Hello everybody, this is Nintendo Capri Sun welcoming you back to Let's Play Zelda II, The Adventure of Link, and I just got the fairy spell, so we're going to be heading on out of here. And I am so sorry about the sound on those last two entries. I figured out what I was doing wrong. Apparently, for some reason, my input level on my headphones was set to the lowest possible setting. I think it automatically sets itself back to that point every time I stop using it. I don't know why. Let's see what this one says. Find magic in a cave in Morouge Swamp. I think we did that already, but I appreciate the sentiment. So now we have to head on to the third palace, which means we gotta go into the cemetery. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to not have to fight in there, because I just don't like doing that very much. Maybe for the sake of just pacifying the curiosity of anyone who's watching, I might take a, stroll in there after I get back, but this is King's Tomb, and 8 steps south of King's Tomb is the hidden passage to King's Tomb. Oh, just in time at the downward thrust. Now you finally get to see it in action. I love bouncing from one enemy to the next. It's so much fun. It just adds a whole new dimension to the game. It really does. Too high to jump, apparently. Even with a jump spell, you wouldn't get up there, so that's where the fairy spell comes in. And there you go. You finally get to kill one of those things. And we get the magic container. Or a magic refill, slight magic refill. Another blue Gorai here. Oh, nice. You can also pick up P-bags and keys and stuff like that with the downward thrust, which is very nice.
In other news, the Prime Minister of Sweden visited Washington today, and my tiny little nipples went to France.
And so we're going to get our free refill at the entrance, fill up on magic and life, and we'll be ready to go. I don't know how well I'm going to be when I have to stop, but this is going to be a long palace. Definitely not going to get to the end of this one by the end of the video. This guy throws a little boomerang sort of thing at you, but and it comes back and hits your ass from behind, and it's not too pretty. But if you can get into a bouncing pattern like that with him and just hit him over and over again that way, it definitely makes things a little easier. Some more Stalfos, but in a different form, with big heads, big thick heads, like square thick heads. See, I should have done that last time. I don't need it here. Nope. Well, maybe I do. Looks like those guys are teleporting in from the bottom of the screen, like that's where they originate or something. Just in case, you never know, boy, I tell you. Got a nice little safe spot here. Nope. Ah, let's just go. Don't worry about it. I'm already starting to notice a rather large dent in my resources here, so to speak. Oh, it's almost too early on that one. Fortunately, our magic level's high enough now that the shield costs the same as what you get from a blue potion, so you might as well, if you see one, use it. Yeah, 4 hits there, see? And that's the same as if you hit him any other way, so... Oh, thank God. Boy, I needed that. That'll help out my defense, too, a little bit. So where we're going, we're gonna need it, boy. You're gonna see some... What they got later in the palace is iron... Yeah, just like that right there. Iron Knuckles in really tough spots. But you won't always be able to free them and get them out in the open like this to where you can hit them. And then I'm sitting there trying to fight that little thing in there, too. Now this is where that 3-block high jump comes in. Ugh. You gotta have it just right, but darn it. One more time. Fine, let's just do it this way. You happy now? No. That jump is actually doable too from the top platform to the other side, but that's really hard to do. Fortunately, there's only one other spot in the game where they quote-unquote expect you to do it, but you can bypass that by hitting a monster in the overworld at the same time as you enter that piece of land, so it gives you the regular monster encounter instead of whatever's predetermined to be there. I'll explain that better when I get there. It's kind of, or I might just go through it the way it was meant to be going through. With the, you know, quotation marks around the word meant, because I don't know. And then we got these things right here. Statues coming to life off the walls now, boy, I tell ya. It's a pretty good experience, though, considering how easy it is to kill them. I mean, 5 experience, you could just walk back and forth and make a killing just off of these things. I mean, assuming that you killed one every 2 seconds, you would need 400 of them to gain a level, so that would be 800 seconds. And that's, what, like 12 minutes? 13 minutes? When my sister and I were little, we used to have a name for those statues. We called them Dad Hustling. Seriously, Dad Hustling. Because, like, my PE teacher used to say that to me, darn it. He used to get on to me because I couldn't run as fast as the other kids for some reason, and, like, don't even get me started on that story. It just seemed like whatever, I don't know. But he was always hollering at me saying, "Hustle it up, Tim!" And so I came to use that word a lot myself, hustle. And you know, my sister inevitably knew about it because I told her everything. Nice, another one. And so we kind of came to... that word became part of our vocabulary earlier than it would for most people, I guess. And those statues look the way that we would always imagine Dad would look when he's, like, straining to do something, to pick something up that's heavy. And so we came to call those statues Dad Hustling. And that's... I know that's stupid. Okay, our first blue iron knuckle. These guys are not friendly. I think even worse than anything else is just the fact that they take so many hits to kill. 4, 5... and the red ones take 4 now, so that's a 6, 7...
Detectives, there's no reason to presume that Cotton's death had anything to do with this movie, is there?
He was making a movie called Stab. He was stabbed.
9. Good lord. Just don't get frustrated, you know. I was getting close. There he is, holding up the raft with one hand. Very nice, very nice. We're already halfway to 2,000, so we should be there pretty soon. We'll get an upgrade to our attack, which will help. Dang it, I don't have enough for jump. I was gonna try to get a magic refill out of that statue. I mean, we're heading pretty... well, no, we're not. We're not heading back to the entrance, are we? I was gonna say I could just run back out and then back in again. You know, sometimes if you're in an emergency and you're close enough to the entrance, you can do that and just get another magic refill from the statue at the beginning. But, you know... I think I'm just gonna stick it out. I think we'll be okay. I don't know, though. Ugh. If you're gonna be taking hits from stuff like that, there ain't no way, man. No. Tried to jump a little soon there with the downward thrust. You actually need the upward thrust to get through those blocks. That we won't be seeing that for a while. I don't use the upward thrust that much because it's not, you know, you can't bounce with it. Plus you have to hold the arrow down. You never know how long to hold the arrow down, or the button, or whatever. So we're gonna run in here and pick up a key right quick before we head down. There it is. Since we don't have the upward thrust, there's gonna be a little bit of problematic getting out of here. Just go along the bottom, it's about the best we can do. Just watch your shield and make sure you dodge those fireballs. That's the most important thing. Don't get in a hurry, because you'll screw yourself over. Nope. Might as well get that guy. Another 3-block jump there, no problem. I'm gonna let this fireball go by. That's gonna bite me in the ass later if I don't. You wouldn't believe how often that happens. You follow a fireball or something halfway down the hall and then you end up getting hit by it. Boom! Love the downward thrust. Love it, love it, love it. Can't preach enough about how great that thing is. There should be a downward thrustist religion. You know, where we all get together and we worship the almighty downward thrust. And I don't mean that in some... Never mind, I mean going there. Crap. I don't have enough for a jump spell either. It's weird, because jump ends up being the cheapest spell in the game, but right now it's still more than the shield is. Man, this is not good. I better get something here pretty soon. See, now this is the part that I'm worried about. These iron knuckles here, you can't get them out in the open, so you have to fight them the normal way. I think there's one down here too. There might be a red jar though. Damn it! It's just a pea bag. Well, that's not gonna work. Thank God. Man, look at this. How in the world am I gonna do this? I might just have to die and come back with my next life. Thank God I got those one-up dolls. Unfortunately, I seem to be running out of time, so if I could just make this jump, we'll get up here to just before we fight them, and I guess we'll have to do that in the next video. So, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Doc, what if we don't succeed?
We must succeed.